Okay, hi guys, I'm back. Just finished up the interesting fall colors painting, and I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. We'll let it sit around the house a few days. It'll dry, and it will probably grow on me. I kind of like it a little more. The one I did before that with the purple and the gold and the black and the blue, not so much. It may very well get painted over because it's really just kind of boring to me and bland, and yeah, so it may get painted over. But anyway, I thought I've got all this leftover paint. I've got a bigger canvas here. I'm going to try and do my sort of marble rose, marble flower technique, and just push the paint as far as I can. I'm just using all the leftover paints, so it's kind of a weird mix of paints. Not sure how this is going to work out, but we're going to try it anyway because I got all this paint left over. And remember, when you're doing this technique, you want to make sure, and see this, I don't know how well this is going to work because all these paints have silicone in them. And I don't usually do this method with silicone in it because it kind of breaks up the paint really bad. So you don't get those beautiful fine white lines or the the lines in between all the colors. So don't know how this is going to work out, but I'll try it anyway. So anyway, the first color in your cup is going to be the last color to come out. So if you want the inside of your whatever to be paler, use your white. The color that's on that you poured last is probably going to be mostly a color that gets poured off. So keep that in mind as well. Oh, that just mixed. I can't keep them from mixing because there's such a, it's a, they still have to go like 4 or 5 inches before they reach the bottom of this cup. So try not to mix them, pour them as gently as I can. Let's just get all that out of there. I think this is going to take all the paint that I have left. What next? How about, I don't know, how about some green? Gently, gently, gently. There we go. Okay, I don't want to pour all that green in there. We'll save a little bit of that. And then, how about some of this? This is the mixture that I picked up off the table. I scraped up all the paint that was left after the purple and gold and blue and black. So it's sort of this shimmery, it's mostly black, because all those dark colors mixed together. So it's a very shimmery looking, sort of a black and sort of a purpley black. It's pretty. Not sure what it's going to do on the, down there, but on the canvas. We're going to add a little more white to it just for some contrast in the center there. And then about some orange. Why not? Right? Ah, this could be so ugly. Oh, but fun, right? And how about a hint of brown? Maybe? Yeah. I was going to put the blue on top. Blue's just going to make brown anyway. There we go. Not too much brown. It's not really a very pretty color. And then some red. Oh, that brown is sinking. You can see it. It's slowly going, it's going. So I got to hurry up. I don't want that brown sinking and going too far. There we go. Let's go ahead and scrape the rest of that red. There we go. There's the red. Let's go ahead and do the rest of this blue. There's not much blue in here. There we go. Scrape the rest of that blue in there. Okay. And did we use all that? We did. Okay. So I really don't think I want to add any more black to that. We've used up the purple, we used the blue, red, got a little bit of gold here. Why not, right? Let's just go ahead and pour that gold in there. Boy, I bet you are going, oh my gosh, what is she doing? Because I'm saying that to myself right now. This will either work awesome or it will be a complete disaster. There's no in between when you mix all these colors together that really are not meant to go together. So, could be a complete disaster, but it's going to be fun to watch, see what happens. Put the rest of the white in there. Okay. That's probably, that cup, that's a big cup. I don't know how many ounces it is, but it's a pretty big cup. Let's put some green on top. Just so, you know, if we need any more. Oh no. Yeah. Go ahead and scrape that out. And then we'll just pour the black on there. It's going to pour off anyway. So this will help it sort of creep off the edges, hopefully, if it doesn't sink. Alright. Wow. That's not even a pretty cup. It's just interesting. We'll say interesting. Okay. Make your little point there. But don't crack your cup. Because I cracked it one time. It went straight, it cracked down here and I didn't know it. So I started pouring it out. All of a sudden I had two little rings forming because I cracked the cup. Alright, let's see what this is going to do. How many of y'all laugh at yourselves? You probably all do. You can see that the silicone is already working. Oh, that's the gold. I was thinking, what is that ugly, weird color coming out? But it's the gold. You can see all these cells forming already, and they're all getting squashed, but they'll come back out. There's a lot of white. Okay, and I have this little signature move at the end where I just sort of, I haven't seen anybody else do this, so I just sort of pour out the rest of my paint in one stream. When you don't really notice it until you push the paint really far. And then you kind of see it. Okay, I do not want to drip too much in the middle of this painting. Alright, there we go. You see all the cells popping up. It's not, so far it's not as ugly as I thought it was going to be. I actually kind of want to just sit here and see what the cells are doing. But the cells really sort of completely mess up your lines in this painting. So it kind of destroys the whole thing. But it still looks kind of neat, but it gets really busy. So, we'll torch it real quick and see if we can't get some of that. It seems like there's too much green in there. Just to get the air bubbles out. Which, of course, creates more little miniature cells. Well, not really cells, they're just air bubbles that pop and release the color underneath it. But it looks like cells. And we're just going to start off slowly until my patience runs out. This is probably not even slowly. You might just want to fast forward to the end of this. Because this takes a little bit of time. There's too much green. There's a lot of paint on here, so we're going to end up pouring a lot of it off. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I'll hold my comment till the end. Oh, all the orange is going. It's all green now. Shoot. Well, this is going to be predominantly a green, very green painting. Oh well, right? I feel like I need an edge catcher or something. I love what this is doing through here. Just trying to wonder if I have enough paint for this. I do, I just have to push it off. There we go. I think this would definitely look cooler if I had, you know, if I didn't have silicone in the paint. I don't like the center. It's not interesting enough. Well, this is the center, sort of. I'm gonna watch my painting behind this. Wow. That center is super ugly. This right here. I'm not liking that. And I gotta get all that paint to come off of this corner. And, you know, I see sometimes people will bang it to get their paint to slide off, but when I bang it, the cells go really wonky. So, you know, if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, don't ever do it again. That's all I can say about that. It does not work for me, so I do not bang the canvas on the... Okay, now that has turned white. Look at that. See all the... It looks like a giant cabbage head in the middle of my painting. I need to get rid of that. I don't know how either. I don't think I can. That center is so ugly. Right there. It's just ugly right there. We poured all those colors in there, and all you see is white and purple and green. And sort of a hint of something else through here. Probably where the orange mixed with the purple. I don't know about this. I'll let it dry, and then y'all tell me what you think about it. If you don't like it, I'm painting over it. I like to stare at it for... Usually, you know, if I don't like a painting... If it's horrible to me, I'll just wipe the paint off and start over again. But if I'm on the fence about it, I'll set it off to the side. After it dries, set it in your living room or something. Or, you know, up on the wall in your bedroom. My husband loves to hang up my most hideous paintings all over the house. He thinks it's funny because I don't like it. And he's so proud of me, I guess. So, anyway, just hang it up on your wall or set it off, you know, against your bookcase or whatever, and stare at it for, like a week or two, or maybe even a month. And then you'll decide if you like it, then you can save it, and if you don't like it, paint over it. If there's no cracks in it, and there's not a lot of texture going on, you can paint over it. And as long as you're using just the acrylic paints, I have found that I do not have a problem painting over an old canvas that's been painted on. The only thing I have is the canvas gets a little heavier from an added layer of paint, but I haven't had paint crack when I paint over an old painting. As long as it's completely dry when you do it. But if you use something like house paint, or you're using the Elmer's glue, like the PVA glue, I don't repaint over those, because then your paint, 99% sure, will crack. So, you know, if you want to take a chance and paint over an old painting, I do it sometimes. Some of my paintings I just toss. There's just no saving some canvases. Pop in lots and lots of bubbles. I'm not doing this for sell action, because it's got plenty of stuff going on. Alright, I'm going to leave that sitting for a minute. I can still see air bubbles popping, so I'm going to, I'll torch it again in a second. And, you know, with this, like, centerpiece, sometimes you can take, like, a color and you can just do a drop of it in there. And, wow, look at the cup. I don't know if you can see the inside of that cup, but it looks kind of cool. Let's see if I got anything left in there. I could just drop, like, oh, it's all white. I don't want to drop white in the middle of that. Or you can kind of stab it and do this. It just looked kind of too swirled to me. It didn't look right. I don't want that spot right there to become a centerpiece for the painting. So, you know, grab up some of your other colors there and drop them in. No big deal. If it looks like, if it don't look right, you can, you know, manipulate it a little more. I don't know. It kind of looks like it belongs now. Kind of. Okay. Just wash my hands off real quick. I'm sorry. But y'all have to listen to me wash my hands. I can't touch my phone and turn it on pause and there's all this paint all over it. Alright, well, let's get you down so you can see a little closer. Okay, there's the whole painting if you couldn't see it before. I think the canvas is a little big to be completely on camera. Get you down so you can see all the lines. Okay, had to pause it for a second there because my dog was drinking water and it was sounding terrible. I love the way the white plays with the purple. And the, you know, those little fine lines that are everywhere. That's what I love about this technique is when you stretch it really far, you get all these little fine lines everywhere. That centerpiece is something's gonna have to be done about it. But look at all the little lines. They're pretty. And they wouldn't be they'd be prettier if they didn't have all these cells everywhere. Because that's the point of this technique for me, is not to have cells. But when you're just using some paint left over, that's a pretty area right there. I love it when the paint does that. But when you're just using leftover paint, you know, you take what you can get. Look at all the different colors and the layers. They all kind of turned into one color, sort of like a brownie orange color. Brownie orange. Brown orange. And that's kind of like a mauve pink. So, interesting. Tell me what you think about this one. I'm on the fence about it. I'm kind of liking it a little more. It still looks like a head of cabbage in the middle to me. But I don't know. It's kind of neat looking. So, and this is, I want to say, a 16 by 20 inch canvas. So it's a pretty big canvas. Alright, well, there's your pretty for today. Wherever you are on the planet, have an awesome afternoon, evening, day, night. See you later. Bye.